It is no secret that Justin Fields struggled versus the Buffalo Bills in week 2, but we got to hop into the film to figure out exactly what he needs to work on for the next coming weeks. But before we do that, only 2.1% of viewers are subscribed to the channel. So if you are not subscribed, please take a second, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot if you want to see more film like this in the future. First play, Justin Fields is going to miss his wide receiver 1, Garrett Wilson, over the middle of the field. Our first play for Justin Fields is going to be a very, very easy read. This play is called Dagger. What we're doing is we're going to run some sort of clear out route. This time it's going to be a deep over. And then the idea of the play is to get this in route open after the dagger. This first route clears the zone. And then we're going to have another drag route here under the play. The idea is we want the middle defenders over here. We want them to come up to the drag route so we can throw it over their head to the in route. Let's say, they decide they're going to drop back. Then that's when you go ahead and just check it down to the drag route. But on this play, it's going to work out perfectly because the Buffalo Bills are going to be, they're showing 2 high. They're showing 1 high safety here, 2 high safeties here. So you'd expect that they're going to go into some sort of 2 high look. But what they do is they're going to snap the ball and then they're going to rotate. So they're going to snap the ball, and after we snap it, they rotate into a single high defense. So we now know if it's zone coverage, which this is, they're going to be in a cover 3, which is going to look like this, and then here's our deep third. Our safety that started here, he's going to creep down the box, play a little hook zone. We're going to have another hook zone here, and a third hook zone here. So if you remember where our routes were, we have this guy's clearing out, just in case you lost him. But the guys that matter are Garrett Wilson on the dig, and then Tyler Johnson on the drag. What we want to happen here is we want these hook defenders to look at the drag and step up and take that, which is what they do. So this middle read is going to be open for Justin Fields. The problem is you got to make the throw, and Justin Fields, unfortunately, is not accurate enough to make this throw. Oof. It's right there, though. You can see all of our guys, all of our hook zones, all their eyes are occupied here. This last guy is kind of looking at the quarterback. He's going to look at the running back who's going to leak out. And then all these defenders, they're too deep, which means Garrett Wilson's going to be able to slide right into this vacated zone. Just going to make a better throw. Here, we're going to play fake to Breece Hall off the right side, and then we're going to boot to the left side. There's going to be no one open for Justin Fields. We're going to tuck it and run, and then we're going to fumble the ball. On our next play, the Jets are running a play action into a flood concept to the top of the screen. So what we have is we have a flat route from our tight end, a sail route from our wide receiver, and then Garrett Wilson is going to be on a crossing route over the middle of the field. The idea is we want to high-low a defender in this area or this area against zone coverage or against man coverage. You just hope someone gets open. The order that Justin is going to read these is going to be 1, 2, 3. The idea behind the reads is you always want to check to see if the deepest guy is going to be open first. So what you're doing is we're against cover 3 if it's a zone. So our cover 3 defenders are going to be here. You would get all the way out. We have a flat over here. And then we're also going to have a curl zone from number 8. He's right here. That's a Cole Bishop. So the idea is first we're gonna snap the ball, and Justin Fields is going to look at number 1. He's going to say, is this deep corner going to take number 1? Yes or no? If not, then you move to 2 and you check which defender did the curl zone take. Did he step up or did he drop back? You're going to throw the one that he didn't take. But the reason why this play isn't open is because the Buffalo Bills have done their homework. They know that Justin Fields likes to do this. What we need to watch is after the ball snapped, watch this defender right here. We're going to watch him, and we're going to snap the ball, and he's going to communicate. He's going to identify the play and put his hand up in the air. Let me just play it normally. You can see him pump his hand up in the air, and he's telling, that is communicating to this deep safety here, hey, I'm going to get over here. You got to get down over here. So they know what the play is coming. And by this safety coming down, there are going to be 4 Buffalo Bills defenders and only 3 Jets running routes. So now the Buffalo Bills still have a corner over the top protecting everything back here, but they're now able to squeeze this Garrett Wilson route, so he's not going to be open. They have their other deep corner. It's going to be matched up with Tyler Johnson. He's not open. And then our flat defender, he went out here. He's got the flat route. So they have completely shut down this play because of their film study, because they knew this play was coming. As for what Justin Fields does, he correctly identifies that there's no one open. So you're going to have to tuck in and make a move. That's what you do when you're Justin Fields and you're a highly athletic quarterback. The problem is it's never okay to fumble. Got to hang on to the ball. Turnovers lose games. Got to protect the football. Yeah, I'm not sure what possessed me to call, number 8 Cole Bishop, but Cole Bishop is definitely not that guy. Terrell Bernard is number 8. On this next play, we're going to hit Garrett Wilson over the middle on a nice read from Justin Fields. On this one, the Bills are going to give us a cover 4 shell, which is when you have all of your defensive backs are going back. So we can watch 27 is going to be backpedaling, and then we know this guy's getting out. He's going to be back here. He's going to be back here. This is a very soft coverage. There's going to be some hook zones underneath. Very soft coverage, and the Jets have a great play called to get a guy open on this play. What we have here is we're going to have a post with a flat to the top of the screen, and then to the bottom we have a flat here. We're going to have a short in route from our tight end, and then we're going to have a deep post from our slot receiver. Now what this is going to do, Justin Fields is just going to be reading the defense to be pretty much every one of these routes has the plan of this play is to get Garrett Wilson open again. So we want this receiver here. We want him to drag any deep safeties up and out with him. We want the hook curl defender to take this flat route. And then we want you to either look at the tight end or to look at either one of our shallow routes. And then Garrett Wilson is going to cut this, make sure this post is shallow enough to make sure that he stays under these deep safeties. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So it's a little bit easier to understand when we play the play. Justin Fields is going to see, so we can see exactly what I said is happening. Our cover 4 guys, they're playing deep quarters, so they're going to stay nice and deep. Our hook zone over the middle, he is occupied by this. And this guy hasn't moved, but he's looking. He's looking at the tight end. And he's not even going to see. Garrett Wilson is going to be able to slip in right behind them into this zone. So our hook zone to Justin Fields is right, our top of the screen. He has identified that he needs to stay here and he doesn't bite on this, but the damage is already done. He's already been out positioned enough for Justin Fields to have a window to fit this in right over to Garrett Wilson over the middle. Good play by Justin. Bills rotate into a cover 1 or a single high, and then Justin Fields is going to hit the outside. But this throw, let me tell you exactly why. It's the right read from Justin Fields. He's just got to speed this one up. Here, the Bills are showing us 2 high safeties, but again, just like the first play we showed, as soon as the ball snapped, they're going to rotate into a single high look. So we're going to snap the ball, and then we can see one safety creeps down to the box, and the other safety gets over. So we now know we have a single high coverage, which means Justin Fields now needs to know that he has an out-breaking route here, which is most likely going to have a one-on-one. This corner should be bailing. This corner right here, matched up with our guy, he should be bailing and getting out, which should be giving us a window over here to the sidelines. And Justin Fields is able to immediately identify the fact that he does have this one-on-one that the single high coverage gives us. The problem is he's waiting on it, and he throws it, he gets it out, it's an accurate throw, it's just too late. So make this throw a little bit earlier. One of the problems that Justin Fields has had in the past is throwing with anticipation, and you got to be able to anticipate this better, give our guy a better chance to make an easier catch on this play. Now Justin Fields is going to drop back, and he's going to be moving around the pocket, but he's not actually going anywhere. And when you're moving around this much, it makes it pretty much impossible to read the field effectively. Last week I praised Justin Fields for not drifting in the pocket, but on this one, he has a relatively clean pocket, and instead of standing his ground and reading out what's going on the defense, so it's pretty similar to what we had before. We have a slant flat or a post flat from Garrett Wilson, and both the flat and Garrett Wilson, they're both open, but Justin Fields doesn't decide to throw that for some reason. But what I don't like about this play is the way Justin's moving in the pocket, because he is not accomplishing anything. There are no free rushers that he's getting away from. Like our left tackle here, Olu Fashanu, he's got this block. We don't have to run away from him. We're perfectly safe to sit in the pocket. The only thing that sitting in the pocket is going to do is make it harder for our offensive linemen to understand where we are and where we need to block. So now we got to run, obviously, but before you got to sit in the pocket and you got to throw it to a guy who's open. Now, another problem here, it's second down. We don't need to pick up a first down. And Justin Fields, we were sitting in the pocket scrambling when 1's open, 2 is open, 3 is open. We got 3 guys wide open for Justin Fields to hit. The reason why he's not seeing them is because he's wondering where is he going to move around the pocket. And when you are drifting in the pocket like this, that's just more stuff that you're thinking about that you shouldn't be wasting your mental processing power thinking about. The plays are moving, everything's moving too fast. You can't think about where you're moving as well when you shouldn't be moving around. So you just sit in the pocket. Like, this is honestly exaggerated. When I talk about, I talk about Justin Fields not drifting in the pocket too much. Talk about Shedeur Sanders drifting in the pocket a lot. This is a really, really obvious example of what people are saying when they're saying that they move in the pocket when there isn't actual pressure. And he's creating his own pressure by doing this. It's in his head. He's got to be able to get over this. So that's something he's got to work on. On this one, would love to see him just take the yards when they're there. This has the potential to be a really big play, even though it's just a check down to the running back. There's no one behind him. If Justin Fields throws his ball earlier, the running back Isaiah Davis, who knows how far he's going to take this one. Play that made me absolutely lose my mind when I was watching it live. This is going to be cover 1 man from the Buffalo Bills. One of these safeties are going to go deep. But what's important is we're going to have man coverage under, and we're going to have a switch release from these guys. So they're going to do something like this. And it's going to make it very difficult for the man defenders to keep up with them. And pretty much what happens on the play is everything out of here just gets out. Like, they get completely taken out, and we're going to be wide open in this area of the field. The problem, the thing that annoys me so much with this play is, so when we get somewhere over here, there is a ton of room for our running back. If we throw it to him and just hit him, there is so much room for him to run after the catch up the field. And live, I was screaming, just throw it, throw it, throw it. And he's still looking for something down the field. I mean, everyone is covered up pretty good, so I'm not really sure what he's waiting to get open. But we get to this late, and it's behind him, and it's an incomplete pass. Justin Fields got to see this earlier. There's so much to be picked up here. Frustrating. And then we're going to end it off with Justin Fields rolling to his right, getting hit pretty hard, and staying down for a second. This hit a little bit scary the way he rolls around on the ground afterwards. Now we have Justin's second to last drop back of the day. I believe this is the play where he sustained the concussion, not his final drop back, because he's going to get hit pretty good on the end of this. And we got to remember, when we are playing quarterback, you want to drop back, make your first reads, and then you want to step back up into the pocket. And you want to step back up as straight as you can. But when, if the pocket isn't perfect in front of you, sometimes you're going to have to step up to one side or the other. So what Justin Fields needs to do here, instead of bailing, because we know he likes to run, instead of bailing to open space, he's got to step up into the pocket. Because when I play this a little bit farther, there's going to be a very nice pocket for him. If he steps up, there's right here, there is so much for him to, right here, he's still nice and protected if he stays there. Instead of running out, when he runs out, it makes it so the defenders can just run here and chase him down. Instead of having to go through your right tackle who's having a great start to his career. Justin Fields, the pocket presence has to improve. That's not a secret to anyone. But you got to stay in the pocket, and you can't bail when you got guys who are there to protect you. So the problem with Justin Fields from last week is he reverted back into earlier forms of himself. It felt like week 1, he had identified the things that he needed to work on, and he showed definite improvement in those things when it came to not drifting in the pocket, when it came to, throwing it accurately and just not dropping his eyes when he was rushing, not rushing too early. And then this week, maybe it was because the Bills were up by a lot over the Jets, and maybe it was because he was panicking, but he reverted right back into the old Justin Fields. And the old Justin Fields was traded from the Chicago Bears, cut from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's not going to make it with the New York Jets. He has to continue to improve, and we're going to see if he can do that with the New York Jets, starting against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in week 3. But that's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you for watching the video. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and thanks for watching.